right. What's up? Good morning, good evening, good night. I'm sitting here with Biggie Poppins and Gift Edge Chair, and we're going to have ourselves a great NFT live today on the Web3 network. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know you have a ton of different places to be in this Web3 metaverse, wherever you stay, and we appreciate you spending the next hour or two with us. Excited to get this one going. Our vibe, our tribe to the chat. All right, Biggie, what's up, man? Second day, you said you're a little bit better?
Yeah, man, way better. And before we get started, I have one word for both of y'all. Shrimping. Do you know what that means? There was a lady in the chat, in the Web3 chat, she was talking about how her nephew likes to suck on women's toes. And it really bugged me that she didn't know the word that is used for that. And so it's shrimping, lady. If you're listening, it's called shrimping. Why would I know that? I don't know. But for y'all on in the chat, you learn something new every day. Shrimping.
This was in Biggie's Brazilian days of making Brazilian pickup lines.
When I used to date Giselle Von Kitten, yeah.
All right, Gift, do we have you here today? Are you audio checked in? Are you jacked into the metaverse here?
I think so.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
sound like Brian Carson.
My AirPods are not charged, so we're doing the headphones, but we're here. We're alive.
It's good quality.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, sometimes it takes me a moment to transition from one show to the next. So thanks for your patience.
Absolutely.
What's up, Biggie?
What's up, brother? How you doing? Did you get to hear my whole word of the day thing?
I heard something about shrimp. We going shrimping?
Yeah, shrimping. It's not what you think, but I'll let you look it up so I don't disturb the rest of the audience.
I think Biggie was talking about Trish explaining some toe sucking situations, but we're not going to get into that. If we're not already banned, if we're not already banned,
what did I walk into?
Yeah, welcome. It's Tuesday episodes. It goes up. All right, here we go. Choina saying our vibe, our tribe. Prodigy was first, so gonna give him a shout out. Win the next 100x. You let me know, brother. Nox Darkness saying OVOT listening in from the hot kitchen. Happy Taco Tuesday. It is a Taco Tuesday.
I could use some tacos right about now.
Quantum Variant with the best comment here. I pre-liked the video, so don't make me regret it.
Never.
Do you know us?
Wrecked.
Do you know this? Do you know this crew up here? Quantum, good to see everybody here. We're about to get started. We just pressed live on the NFT Live episode today. We're going to be covering some SEC follow-ups here. A lot was happening this week, so we are going to cover this. I know Biggie's already getting upset that we have to even cover this on a daily basis, basically. But this is going to be the episode link. I'm going to drop it in chat. If you guys could help us out on Twitter as well, that would be awesome. If not, just sit there and listen to us talk. Listen to us rant.
Don't give them an out. Don't give them any other options.
Well, I hate to do it, but Quantum already liked the YouTube video. I'm coming in here and making them do double duty. Apple banning more apps. So we had a announcement on Apple banning a certain app over peer-to-peer transfers on the Lightning Network. Fewocious and Adidas. MEMELAND. Uniswap v4. Polygon 2.0. Things are happening. Things are happening in the bear market, folks.
Ripple is ripping. At least, I don't know about ripping. I don't know. Maybe ripping is a strong word, but yeah, Ripple
up
getting
0.6.
a nice bump. Yeah, getting a nice bump. A little bump ski.
Is this a bump in a bear market?
Well, it had one. I think it's probably going down now. Oh wow. Okay, yes.
Lord.
That was short lived. Jesus, never mind. Ripple ripping the wrong way. But hey, at least for a moment, there was some bright side. It is actually doing pretty well. Hey, look at that.
That's actually not that bad. I haven't looked at the Ripple chart in probably 3 years.
Look at the max. Oh.
Yeah. Got him. All right, we've got a ton of topics. Like I said, if you guys have any that you'd like us to cover here in chat, we will get to it. Ripple is ripping, though. I think I had that on my news story here. So we had XRP jumping up. After highly anticipated Hinman docs are unsealed. So this is a tie-in with the SEC piece if we want to hit it right off the bat so we can get it out of the way. But we had some internal documents that were released regarding a speech in 2018. Do we want to see what he said here Remarks at the Yahoo Finance All Market Summit Crypto. Can we get a TLDR here?
The TLDR is like, what the heck's going on with our government where they have to hide their own conversations about this shit? Like, the gist of it is that some old director chairman from like 2018, 19, basically was on the record saying that Bitcoin and Ethereum were sufficiently decentralized and thus shouldn't be considered securities. And they've basically like hidden these documents for the last several years, I guess because it hurts their cases. But again, why are you fighting these cases so hard? None of it makes sense unless you're a big banker and you're just trying to protect your own.
That's why they call it the banking cartel, right, Giff? They are a cartel, you know? And they've been dominant for many, many, many a year. And they've gotten fat and rich off of being the sole controllers of this whole financial system. So to assume they're not going to fight back and do everything within their power, both legal and illegal, it's just short-sighted. It doesn't surprise me with the least. You know, it's unfortunate, but it doesn't surprise me.
Very unfortunate because it doesn't make sense. Again, other than to the powers that be that are trying to protect their own cash cows and their own ability to keep milking us. Like, why would anybody want to exist in a system like the one that Gary Gensler is running right now? Where Coinbase, which was, went through the proper processes, did everything that they needed to be, was accepted and listed as a publicly traded stock. They've tried, I think they said like over 30 different times. They've been actively trying to be in compliance, doing everything that they possibly can and going probably far and above what like most other companies ever would do because they know they're under tremendous scrutiny. And instead of the SEC doing what it's supposed to do and helping to shepherd a company into compliance, they're literally trying to find ways to make them be out of compliance. Like, why does this make any fucking sense at all? This whole situation is so fucked. And the fact that like there's not more people in our government, like, yes, there is starting to be some people. There's this hashtag fire Gary Gensler situation that's popping up. But the fact that it's gotten this far and this out of hand, and that there's not more people at the highest level of our political regime in the government that are just like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we chasing these companies out of our country like this when they're actively trying to be compliant?
Let's take a look at the Hinman speech here, or at least a brief clip from it.
If the network on which the token or coin is to function is sufficiently decentralized, and the purchasers no longer have a reasonable expectation that a person or a group is going to carry out essential managerial or entrepreneurial efforts, those assets might not represent an investment contract.
So this reminds me of like electric cars. When electric cars came out in the 70s, they were like, no. Don't put that back in the box. Put that back in the box. This speech is from 2018. So they were hiding this speech, and I'm sure it had to be to somebody. The people who are walking around having heard this speech probably were in the know, but for the most of us, that's the first time we're hearing this. A individual. So what was Hinman's role at the SEC?
He was one of the director, like head chairs of one of their finance committees. So he wasn't like the Gary Gensler. I don't think he was the head of the SEC, but he was probably right. Yeah, he was probably right underneath him as one of his top, directors or whatever. But I actually really appreciate and like this analogy to electric cars, because you talk about a cartel, the auto manufacturers in collusion with the oil and gas manufacturers did not want this to happen. And so, they bent over backwards to find ways to stymie our move towards electric vehicles, even going so far as buying up a bunch of them and making sure that they didn't get out to consumers on the roads, like just destroying them. You know what I mean?
And isn't it, it's something that's happened even in this, to go further back even, right? Like this happened with the hemp industry back in the day, right? When autos and cars was built with hemp. And all of a sudden, it got changed again to benefit a particular industry. This has been happening for ages. It's nothing new. And I think the one thing that like should give us a little bit of hope is that now we catch that shit on the fly, and we have tools like social media to be able to call it out instantly, right? And obviously, they do not like this, right? So it's understandable how the next evolution of something like this tech, which is crypto, frightens the living shit out of them, right? Because it is absolute freedom for way too many people for them to even fathom. But you know, in my opinion, one of the beautiful things that crypto has done for the rest of the community is to start educating people on like all of these subject matters, right? And what's been going on for so long, and to really encourage them to get to know a little bit. You don't have to be a super financial expert, but just understand financial history, where it's going, how it's occurred, you know, and to really start speaking up, man. I think the crypto industry is at the forefront of that. And you're seeing that with like Coinbase, even Binance, taking a stance and not just letting themselves be pushed around like so many industries back in the day did not have these tools. They weren't able to do that, right? They didn't have the community, they didn't have the funds, they didn't have the know-how. So that's encouraging to me, you know. I don't think, you know, it's a little bit more of a level playing field, I'd like to believe, and it's not going to be as easy of them to just thumb us down.
Well, as the market cap has increased, the wealth of individuals in this space has, and the amount of individuals in the space has increased. So now we can kind of have a fair fight. To your point, I like that.
Well, and you also bring up another analogy that I've been using, which is analogizing crypto and the war on crypto that is now in full swing to what was it? Outlawing alcohol and the war on drugs, right? So prohibition and the war on drugs, both of which were times when the government tried to regulate very, very popular, widely distributed technologies or products out of existence and stop people from using them. And you've seen how massive failures those were. But I think to your point, Biggie, we have new tools that help us sort of combat this more efficiently. And so that's why I'm bullish that this war on crypto will be much shorter lived than the war on drugs or something like that.
DP's asking, let's just get down to the nitty gritty. Are we catching a fade or not? It feels like, again, we took a hard punch last week, and we're kind of counterpunching here on the second. Not to steal your thunder here, Biggie. I know you like to be the one that does the martial arts analogies here, but it does feel like we're kind of punching back this week, which I think for most of us that have been around for a little bit, understand like, hey, this has happened before, maybe not at this scale, but there's a cycle to this stuff. I'm going to pull out two pieces from Hinman's speech, and I'll link this as well for you guys that want to kind of read through the whole thing that I think are important. So let me make sure I've got it. Yeah. So when I look at Bitcoin today, I do not see a central third party whose efforts are a key determining factor in the enterprise. So using that statement, you could say, okay, this is kind of how at least the SEC was thinking at the time. And then the other piece that is weird to me is later in that same statement, and putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, which is a weird statement to make because you can't really put that aside. That seems to be the main argument that the SEC is having for a lot of these tokens around the ICO fundraising model. And he's saying, and putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, based on my understanding of the present state, the Ethereum network and its decentralized structure, current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions. So what I like about this is it's showing somebody at least taking the jump intellectually to say an asset can start as one thing and move to another. That's the jump that I think he made there. You know, ETH 2.0, is that a different thing that they can attack now with the staking feature where people are staking for funding? I don't. It's just a bunch of different questions popping in my brain. But not into my fellow co-hosts. So I linked that.
I'm over here doing. I'm doing my duties. I'm doing my
like,
duties of sharing out the show. Okay, that's what I'm over here doing right now.
Got it. I wish I had something to point to in that moment. I need like an eject button next time that happens. We'll make sure that happens. Let's see. This is from an email. So some emails got revealed as well. Let's see.
On June 4th, Hinman wrote that he didn't see a, quote, need to regulate Ether as a security, and set up a call with Ethereum's co-founder, Vitalik Buterin, later that week to, quote, confirm our understanding. On June 11th, the SEC's own general counsel advised against including any direct statement about Ether.
So they're the SEC's counsel advisor. Okay, so obviously it's a complex story. I don't want to beat this one to death early in the episode, but there's a lot of other things to talk about. Any last pieces? I know there was a lot of stuff happening today in relation to some hearings. This was a file as well that was revealed. So any other pieces here?
Nah.
I think it's just absolutely embarrassing. I think it's embarrassing when our government has to cover up their own top advisors' words to try and like push forward a shitty agenda. I'm embarrassed. And it's, you know, on the good side, good to see this being released. Hey,
Yeah.
that's good, because I do think that this type of evidence is going to bode well for the upcoming, any upcoming, you know, lawsuits or litigation that's going to be happening.
I want to open this up to the chat too, just in case there's a lot of people that are here in chat talking about teats and feet and toes. So definitely, you guys are getting after it there. That's all I'll say there. But I want to open this up a little bit.
It's
and
a toes
get
day.
y'all's take. Apparently, does the crypto industry actually have that pull in like an upcoming election where it's like going to matter? That the Democrats are probably taking like a more hardline approach to this stuff, and the Republicans seem to be the representatives that are like saying fire Gensler.
So I'm interested to hear what Biggie thinks, but I'll say this. I think we don't know yet, because I don't know that we've ever been in an election quite like this that'll have as much, like, crypto has never been at the forefront of our national politics in any meaningful way, and it hasn't been as widely distributed as it has been in the last couple of years. So I think we don't know yet, frankly. But what we do know is that 1 in 10 Americans, roughly 10% of the whole US, holds some kind of crypto. So, you know, how many different controversial topics touch 10% of the US? I'm sure there's some, you know, but like there's probably not that many that are going to be at the forefront of a lot of people's minds right now that are as controversial and topical that touch 10% of the US.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to take center stage as a talking point by any means. Neither will it be cannabis or psychedelics or so many of these like fringe, technologies and people and stuff that some people like myself are very excited about. It's going to be the same talking points as always: immigration, jobs. You know, they fucked up the country. Now we need to get it back and make it better. It's going to be the same. Like, do not expect anything different than the same broken record. Like, that's just my 2 cents on it. You know, I think this war will be fought out. Like on the rails of the technology itself, right? That's my point of view, right? Like they can legislate all they want. They can straight up freaking ban it in the United States. But when it continues to thrive elsewhere, and when it continues to build and gain momentum and you know, become of some importance, you will see them change their tune, right? Like there's a famous quote, I think it was from World War II. I think it was Churchill who said it, you know, you can count on Americans to do the right thing after they've tried everything else. So fine, you want to fuck it up till the last digit, go for it. You know, in the end, you'll change your tune because the technology is just too good, too strong, and there's too many people interested in actually doing something with it. And if you won't do it, somebody else will. So by all means, you know, keep playing that broken record. It's to your own detriment. Sad, but that's the truth.
Fantastic take there. Justin saying, damn, my bad, rough days. I'll only chime in when serious. I'm completely kidding on that, bro. You're completely fine to brighten my day with anything in these dark times. So please please continue with that. Quantum saying, I don't think Congress is going to do anything just like usual. And Knox saying, at the end of the day, it just might be that the SEC and their bullshit is what drives mass adoption by shining a spotlight on crypto. Okay.
Hey, nothing, doesn't hurt to hope, right?
All right, we just pressed live about 20 minutes ago, so thank you guys for joining in early with us as we get going here on NFT Live. Please leave a like, by the way. That would really help out the episode. I know we got a pre-episode like there from Quantum Variant, but if you guys can hit that as well. Anyways, NFT Go is the sponsor on this month's episodes of NFT Live. We love you guys there for sponsoring us. We appreciate your platform, and we're going to jump in right now. We're going to get into the NFT Go Bag Check early in this episode, and I'm going to move these guys off the screen because they just go wild whenever that graphic is there. All right, 28. We've cooled off a little bit. 30-day profits and losses. One day this will switch. One day. Blue chip index continues its downward trend against ETH. USD is likely going to be the same. That does not look good. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't look good either. All right, we're moving on to
let's zoom out to a year. Let's see how down bad we are.
Are you sure?
It already hurts. How much more can it hurt?
I'm asking your permission. You need to sign a waiver before I do this. Here we go. All right.
For your own health and safety.
All right. Yeah, it could be worse. I'm not sure how, but
yeah.
January's in there somewhere. We were like euphoric in January. Look at this.
Oh, I remember that.
All right. Yeah, we're trying our best here, folks. Let's go to all on market cap. That might show a little bump in January. Yeah, see, there you go. The market cap and volume chart's all wonky, it looks like, but you see a little bit of an increase there, February. So let's zoom back into 7 days and see where we're at. Market cap and volume. So volume still, pretty strong. Market cap has consistently gone downwards against ETH, not faring much better against USD. And then the volume here over the past 24 hours, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Rap CryptoPunks, Mutant Apes, Azuki, Punks Again, Captains, Opepin, DeGods, Pudgy Penguins, Miladies, and others. So that's going to do it for the NFT Go Bag Check. Anything you guys see there? Or we'll check some new mints as well. Let's do that. But anything you see?
I mean, I'm just very interested in MEMELAND. The Captains, they've seen quite a spike in volume lately. And there's maybe we should look at this Biao project.
Dude, I'm surprised
Interesting to see what this MEMELAND token launch will do to the rest of the previous meme tokens that launched before, right? Like, I wonder if they will pick up, or will they be left in the dust? What do you think?
I think, Gif, you hit me with this early in the episode. You're like, what happens to the other meme tokens? I'm like, well, the best one wins, I guess. Whichever one is traded first on the exchange.
I think we're talking about two different things here. So let's be clear. I think Biggie's talking about the larger meme coin meta of all these different coins that we've seen, shit coins, meme coins. And I was asking you specifically about the hashtag meme, which this token is taking on, because there's been other hashtag meme tokens in the past, some of which were actually pretty noteworthy. And I just think it's interesting of like how that works. Like I thought it was like a handle, like only one person can have that handle. And once that handle is taken, you can't have that handle. And also, I'm not sure
what's they're killing us. Yeah.
Is he talking about the regulators killing crypto? I don't know. Clarify for me, Marty.
So Biao, actually, I saw this come across my timeline probably 2 weeks ago, the first time I've seen this as one of the meme coins, but apparently it's taken off. I can pull up that chart in here in a second, but now there's an NFT collection, so I can't wait to hear about the Biao family. You standing up here for Biao?
Look, we just had a bunch of people raid our space this morning, and so it's always fun to see a bunch of these crazy meme-like panda faces in your room. The NFT collection is not broadly distributed yet, so that's a little bit concerning. It looks like it's doing just okay. It's still relatively affordable if you did want to gamble on some of these. if at the very least, if you wanted to gamble on some fun meme-like project that apparently has a lot of Asian influence on it, because that's what I got out of it, is that, I guess these are like Asian-based memes. Then that's the idea, is that this is like a meme NFT project and token targeting Asian population. I don't want to like misspeak on it, but that's the gist that I got of it. But yeah, it's not super broadly distributed yet. I don't know enough about the token either to really talk that strongly about it. But I don't know, has at least like a fun vibe to it. I do like dumb memes. So
Biao Coin is up 10%. If we zoom out, I think this went on like a crazy ass run for a little while, like most of the meme coins. So within this, I don't know what multiples we're looking at. Obviously, CoinGecko doesn't have all of the data as well. So this was
what's
just
the
a
market cap?
Yeah, see, sometimes we don't even get that.
600K. Oh, no, that's the 24-hour volume.
Yeah.
Market cap doesn't even tell you here. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. We can't make a strong say on this either way. It's just something that popped up as like a fun meme project.
Do it, say it.
I am.
Tell us how you feel.
I'm pulled either way on this. A part of me thinks, what the hell are we doing here? Like, where's the innovation, the energy, the money should be put into projects that are actually pushing us forward? And then the other part of me is saying, well, it's like more of a libertarian view. This is laissez-faire. This is meme coins. This is how Doge got created. Like things have happened because Doge was pushed into existence, to the point where the most influential and wealthiest man in the world is talking about adding it to Twitter. So I just get pulled in two different directions here. I think most of it's fucking nonsense.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear your positive side of that, given how you've been fudding meme token for not promising anything, except that is actually attached to a legit ecosystem that's massive and a legit company.
Well, but what was the narrative? What was the narrative on the front page of the website? What did it say?
They're not making a bunch of promises. It's a social token, DAO, governance. Yeah, which I get it. It's like that feels old and tired. But the thing that I'm pointing out to that is that at least that token is attached to a legit community, legit project, and a legit company.
To me, that's going to be very interesting to see if this meme coin, in spite of what it says about the utility of it, like it is being launched by a more serious, candidate with a CEO and a face and an actual product and God knows what utility, at least in its NFT ecosystem, right? And so I'm very curious to see it if it will be treated the same way as, say, more in the realm of something like ApeCoin, or will it be treated more as something, as its name states, a meme token? And if so, what kind of impact is it going to have on the rest of that ecosystem of meme tokens, right? Because so far it's Doge and Shiba that basically lead the way. Until those move, the rest of these meme tokens, technically, nothing will happen, right? Let's see. We saw it with Pepe and Turbo this last time, where Doge and Shiba did not move, and they were able to have some action for some time, although it was short-lived. I want to see what happens with the meme, right? Like where it lands on this and what effect it has on the ecosystem, especially because it comes from Memeland.
Yeah. I could get behind that point, that Memeland exists and they're launching it. It's not like starting as a meme, meme coin at least.
Yeah, and I think it's also important, because we haven't done this yet, to mention that this is not financial advice, and information was found publicly on the internet. Opinions shared on this episode are solely of the Web3 team, and all information is public domain. So please, DYOR, do your own research. We're not financial advisors. Okay, we did it.
Can someone explain to me what a Biao is? Because apparently it's like the Pepe equivalent.
Nobody knows.
Apparently it's the Pepe equivalent in Asia. And here's the blind spot.
I saw none of that in my travels, kid.
Did you go to China?
No, I did not go to China.
It might be the China. It might be. I might have misspoke. It might have been.
Were you spending a lot of time? Were you spending a lot of time on the Chinese 4chan channels?
No.
That's
But
probably
I
why I
did
didn't
hang
catch it.
out with a couple of like Mandarin native speakers in like Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, and they did not mention anything about Biao.
Okay.
But I will tell you
What
this:
did they
a
mention?
bunch of like freaking Shiba Inu stores everywhere, especially in Japan. Like legit, just like
Hmm.
stuffed animals, people with the freaking dog. Those things are like powerful over there.
Well, Shibas are actually from Japan, I think.
Japan,
Yeah, I think they're
yeah.
native.
Yeah, they
But
love those
even before the
dogs.
token, like they already had that kind of meme provenance, where it's like it's a thing.
Ah. Okay. Well, if anybody knows what the hell biaos are, let us know. Otherwise, I would like to learn more about the Japanese culture here from Biggie. Did they say anything? Those native Mandarin speakers, did they say anything? Like, did you talk NFTs with them? Did you talk crypto
Oh
with
hell
them?
yeah, man! Like one of them runs like one of the biggest spaces in Asia for what's the Rug Radio. Really really smart dude, really cool guy. Obviously Azuki, Memeland, and there was another one that there were a couple of others that he mentioned. But honestly, I think right now, if you well, there's the ARC community, which is kind of like I don't know, trying to become like the proof slash networking ecosystem over there that you guys can check out. They have like their own, like they're doing some interesting stuff. They have like their own independent like mobile app, which is like token gated by their, I forget what the name of the NFT is, but you don't pay for it. You kind of have to earn your way into the ecosystem, and then you're able to access the app, and like a lot of big Asuki whales hang out there, and so it's a good source of alpha if you want to go through all the shenanigans. Although I'm sure there might be a bit of a language barrier, although not totally because not everything is in Mandarin. But yeah, the main takeaway that I had from over there is that Azuki is like the equivalent of Bored Apes over here, I would say, or so. Like it's huge, and so something I'm keeping an eye on.
That makes sense. We've been talking a lot about why Azuki is held so well during the bear market, and the Asian community component backing it up. First and foremost, I want to say, Biggie, your hair, it looks amazing. So just shout out to whoever
Thank you,
gave you
thank
your
you.
haircut. It
Wow.
looks
That's what I've been avoiding. I've been avoiding the hats for the same reason. It's felt really nice. I got it
looking so
in
good.
Bali, and I think I'm gonna keep it, man. It's so hot over here, and it's good air conditioning. So
Had to
but
shout you out. Yeah.
I got some new hats that you'll eventually see me wear. I refurnished my hat collection.
All
Mine is
black, I
the
see.
Don't
yes, I'll
withhold
black
that
every
hair
color.
from us. Don't you dare withhold that hair from us. The other thing I
No,
was gonna
sir.
say about meme coin, like this Memeland meme coin, and why I think it's gonna do incredibly well. Again, NFA, of course, is that I feel like the majority of these meme coins that popped off, and a lot of them did very well. I feel like the majority of them were developed and launched in a very short period. And I'm talking like weeks, like a lot of them just
Maybe days.
pop. Yeah, maybe days. They've been working on this for like over a year. And we know that because they registered the meme coin Twitter like February of 2022 or something like that. So not only does it have this massive community behind it, like there's 250,000 people in their Discord. You know what I mean? Like this is a big company with a huge community. Like how many followers does Memeland have, or 9gag, like on Twitter?
Yeah, I think that whole there's no utility declaration is just, taking a page out of the Tim Ferriss Cock Punch book, which is like, don't come and harass us about the floor
What a
price
great
anytime
page.
soon.
9gag has almost 17 million followers just on Twitter. That is absurd. So like not only do they have this massive community, massively successful NFT projects already, huge discords, but like they've been working on this a long time, and there's no other like meme coin token, anything like this that has been hyped up as much as this has been, other than maybe Pepe. But again, they didn't like have a drum roll for that. They didn't have an allow list. They didn't have a growth hacking scheme. They didn't have a community of NFTs that they were bringing along for the ride and getting them engaged and like onboarding people. Like I just see there's almost no way in my mind that this doesn't have at least some kind of pump or big story or arc to it.
Yeah, I'm bringing up the NFT Evening article as well. So the NFT collection popped off too. We can look at that. TLDR here, Memeland backed by 9gag launched the meme token, or at least the website that was talking about the waitlist, that led to a 365% surge in trading volume of its Captain's NFT collection. The token launch strategically aligns with the shifting regulatory landscape, with Hong Kong's crypto-friendly environment providing significant advantage. Memeland's NFTs, including Captain's and Potatoes collections, are expected to experience substantial value and liquidity shifts. Thank you for that comment, NFT Evening. Dude, this space is so weird, man. It's almost like adding that piece where it's saying this is literally a meme coin, no roadmap, no promises, no utility, is kind of a promise in and of itself that it's going to be a speculative asset.
Well, you get nothing. You get nothing.
Yes.
.eth. I mean,
yes.
Weird. That is the meta.
Is
being in your face. Like,
if you know, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, don't ask questions. Like, whatever. It is weird.
You want to be right. You want to make money.
Yeah. You want to know another weird thing that we can look at? Can we pull up NFT Go and look at Dinks?
No.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm putting my foot down. No. What? Why? Why? Are we looking at...
Because I've been seeing a lot of chatter about the Dinks, and I'm not sold at all. So I wanted to just look at them briefly and see what y'all think, because people are trying to tell me that I need a Dink.
Okay, don't if you're listening, if you're like watching at home, before you go to Dinks, wherever you look up your NFTs, you should go on NFT Go. Do you think this is going to look absolutely ridiculous? Yes or no? I'm going to drop the poll in chat before you.
Yes, but it's going to be worth it. Let's look at what a Dink looks like.
It's pixel art. Come on, Q. You like pixel art?
Don't Barry. I don't want you to give us the.
You both love pixel art. We got a Moonbird. We got a Moonbird maxi down
I'm
here.
multitasking. Hold on. I need a poll. Are Dinks going to be ridiculous?
Are you asking ChatGPT?
I'm asking the community. All right, so that poll is live. I'm going to leave that open for another 10 seconds. So it's a fast poll, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be quick.
You got to be quick.
Trigger.
Don't dig around.
Open out whatever these Dinks are. I haven't even looked at it, so this is gonna be interesting. Okay,
you're gonna love it, Q. It was designed just for you.
I'm voting no. So here we go. I'm looking at it.
Is it what you expected?
Oh my god. It's like
and
Dinks. A lot of volume.
That. They're pumping, bro.
As they should be with that description about their project.
All right, Dinks too. We could talk about the Dinks too after that, but we're talking about Dinks first.
Wait, there's already a Dinks?
Dinks they launched around the same time, very similar names, but they're different projects. They are both pixelated though. I also, full transparency, I definitely bought some Dinks. I don't have a Dink though. Trying to say we deserve to go to zero. Facts.
I just can't get behind the absolute FUD that you threw at the babies, and you're just buying them. You're just buying pixels.
No, because I actually like the Danks. The Danks I think are actually more interesting than the babies. This is what I'm not sold on, and why I asked y'all to pull it up and give me your honest opinion.
What the fuck, dude?
Project said I hate it here. All right, we're going to Danks. Okay.
Oh man, these are hideous,
bro.
Some of them are fun. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling, bro.
Yeah, where do I put our foot down, Vicky? Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, some of these are dope.
Dude, that's the most low effort thing I've seen in a long time.
God, we've lost GIF.
What's the
We've
difference?
lost
What's the
GIF
difference between this?
degeneracy.
What's the difference between this art and like
Don't say
CryptoPunks?
babies. Okay,
No,
thank God.
CryptoPunks. I don't mean like provenance. I mean the art. Like, how are these any less complicated? This probably have way more traits and interesting traits and things going on than CryptoPunks do.
Traits do not a good NFT make, I think.
That's fair, but I just mean, like, if you're talking about pixel art, most of it's not super complicated.
Are you buying it? I don't want to say are you buying.
Okay, my first question about Danks and Dinks. Are they on chain?
I don't know.
I bet you they're not.
Can we
And
find
that's
out?
already a fail in my book.
Can the devs do something?
They're gonna need to. With that art, they're gonna need to do a lot. Let's see. Public EOS. What is this?
Knox saying big nope on the pixel crap. Prodigy saying they're all shit art. Pixel art is trash. Fuck out of here.
You haven't.
Seriously,
Are
dude,
you
this
having a
was built
stroke?
on Figma.
There you go. There's
Danks
the
are
dank.
16,999 dank ass MFers vibing on the Ethereum blockchain with dank commercial rights. I'm gonna lose it here in the next 30 seconds. If you
I
were
only
like,
got
"But have you
three. I
checked
only
out-
got three, Q.
Have you checked out the Kanks? Like, if you were just like third collection, I would stop the episode.
No, like the Dinks are the one that seems to be popping off that people have been hitting me up about. I got Danks, but maybe I should have gotten Dinks. This is the conundrum that I'm facing.
It's true. Let's go back to a legitimate project in Dinks. From the
Legit.
dank.
Let's go back to the legit project. Yeah.
All right. So, anything you want to? Are we looking at the art here? We clearly.
I'm just asking
I
y'all's
mean,
take.
this is the equivalent of like speculating on meme coins, but with NFTs, right? Like these are meme NFTs.
1
you could call.
billion trillion %.
Yeah, it's the meta, bro.
Okay, it goes to a Discord, the Dinkscord. God, you guys are just so awesome. Just
You're welcome that I made this episode more fun.
Dinks NFT community space for degens in need of degenning. I'm gonna link this for you guys. Good luck wherever that leads you. I'm taking a look at that. Oh wait, it's not recorded. Son of a. I was
This
hoping
guy.
you'd say Dinks.
Quantum Variant saying that huge ape whale bought 300 Dinks. I don't know, bro. Something happening here.
Hold on, man.
Let's go see if we can find those whale sales. NFT Go does a good job of tracking whale wallets.
All right, where are we going? I'm squarely off the rails. Asmodai saying I thought Dinks were in Spaceballs the movie. Dink dink dink.
Maybe so.
Great movie.
I'm going down with the ship. Yeah, I think so.
Somebody should come up with the Schwartz. Now that be a meme NFT.
We should make an Idiocracy 2 movie.
Get behind that. All right, Greener Pastures here. Fewocious is an awesome artist in the space. He's been around since NFTs went mainstream, even before. We've interviewed him on the network. I know Ronan got him on a couple times. So I'm excited to play this, the Adidas and Fewocious collab.
No.
No, I kind of that's Fuo's like style. Like that's the Fuoverse
Gumby.
or whatever. Yeah, like that's
Trippy Gumby. I
Fuel
liked
world.
his stuff back in the day when he used to do like riffs on like American Psycho and stuff like that. I get it. I mean, he's an artist, and so I'm not gonna fight him. He's cool. He deserves all the success he's gotten. And I mean, why would you say no to Adidas? What's the supply for the?
yeah. Let's go into that about the drop. Let's see. So this is going to be. It looks like on June 22nd. Let's see. I'm trying to get into the details actually now.
I feel like the kid used to have a little more edge, and then
Yeah.
he's really gone into the whole cute meta more, right?
I would love to get Ronan's take on this because he's been following Fuo for a long time. All right, a supply of 4,500 trefoil flower mint passes will become available and will be offered against a predetermined size curve on a first come, first serve basis.
Everybody's doing shoes. Well, that's the thing that I'm kind of already like, do we need another? I don't know, man. Like, is that the whole digital space? Like, is just shoes. Like Puma's doing
Who's in a hoodie?
theirs. There's the Doodles, Pharrell ones. There's obviously Nike Artifact, which we should also look at some more of the art because they've been sharing more.
So
of the,
what
like,
else should they be
reveals,
doing? What else would you like to see?
something more creative than black hoodies and shoes. It's like we moved from black hoodies to shoes. That's how I feel like we're in that moment now. And it's not to say that they're not cool shoes. And like I love cool shoes. I just feel like everybody and their mom right now is doing digital sneakers. And so I don't know, man. It's Adidas. They're a sneaker company. It makes sense. Yeah, Prodigy saying, well, they're shoe brands. Yep. That is what they are. You're right.
Mint price at 0.2.
Yeah, it's expensive, but again, you get shoes, right? So it's $400, $350 or something for custom Fewocious sneakers or whatever. I don't know, man. I will say this though. That video was actually, in my opinion, good. And I'm just looking at it from the quality of the animation and the sound design and the way that it, very clearly sort of brought you into Fiwo world. I mean, like I thought that the Gumby metaphor or comparison was right on. It feels like kind of like he's going for his own modern day Gumby or something like that with the Fiwo world. And it feels very strange. It's definitely like, yeah, like who was it saying, dude, this shit is Prodigy saying, dude, this shit looks like someone smoked some DMT and made a video. Why does the space have to be this way? That's Fiwo world and like the Fewos. So he's going to drop his PFPs in August. And so you're getting like a preview of kind of like, what are these Fewos, these PFPs, Fewocious PFPs look like here, which is cool. That's part of what I also appreciate about the way that it's done is, again, this is a preview of what Fiwo world's going to look like. And to me, it's really high quality animation. The sound design was phenomenal. So I, at least from an execution of the creative, like can be like, okay, this is really high quality. I see where he's going. It has a clear vision to me. It has a distinct, super unique world. And if he's already getting some of the biggest consumer brands in the world, like Adidas, to partner with him on this world, that's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Like, just understand, you've got a young artist. That's already a story in of itself. Like, one of the narratives that made Fewocious so big, it wasn't just his paint parties. It wasn't just, the unique style. It's that he's super young. Like, I think he popped off when he was like 17, 18 years old, maybe even 16. Something like that. And now he's building out his own quote unquote metaverse, whatever, we can hate on that if you want, but he's building out his own world and his own experience. And it's so unique already that brands like Adidas want to be showcasing and collaborating in that world. That's a fucking big deal. So I'll at least Yeah, so I'll point to all of that as I actually think this is super positive and bullish for Fewocious and what he's building with Fuo World. Whether or not you like the art or like you want the shoes, like I'm not sold on getting these shoes for point two, but I actually thought that video was pretty
I'm
interesting.
just wondering, the timing to launch this right now. I mean, man, uh, very, very, very bad timing. There's a lot of stuff right now that's on sale that's been building for a longer time. It's got a lot more provenance, a bigger community, just like sure bets, in my opinion, to be speculating on this type of stuff being the next swoosh or whatever. It's going to be rough, man. That's all I have to say. And I don't know, their motivations for, regardless, trying to do this now. I'm sure they've spent significant funds on it, but man, it's gonna be rough. I honestly, it's hard for me to be bullish on it, in spite of how cool the artwork looks and you said his story and all that. I really don't see it minting out. Just to be honest.
Yeah,
Or
as I was saying,
doing very.
I think he was 17 when Q and Ronan interviewed Fewocious the first time. That's nostalgic. That's a throwback. I would probably lean more towards it selling out, just because I think he's built out a big network, right? Like he's built out a huge network, and then based.
Yeah.
Well, but how much is it gonna be? 0.2?
At what, 4,500? It's a high supply and a high price in a horrible market, and so I could see it going either way.
Look at these allow lists though. You've got Bored Apes, you got Doodles, you got Rug. Like, I think if you can't find, if you can't find within your own community the total, then I think those communities will follow through. That's just my guess. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think people are tight fisting their Ethereum, not GIF, but most people right now, 0.25. Man, I'm sure we can go in on OpenSea right now and see what's in the 0.25 level that has a lot better risk reward ratio, in spite of how much of a fan and how much you like Fewocious and Adidas.
Yeah,
I think that's what these times force you to think about, and it should be like, even in the bullish times, that's how you should think about things. But I think it just magnifies and intensifies a lot more during these times. So let's see how it plays out. I mean, I'm rooting for the guy. I hope he does well.
The problem isn't that everyone is doing shoes. The problem is that they're all ugly. Is DP's take? I've seen some that is leading me to a discussion.
Oh yeah, Gutter Cat. That's another
which
shoe,
I think would be a dope ranking for us to do, is like the best merch that's been launched in Web3. I think that would be a really cool. I know that's like kind of far reaching, and we're probably not going to hit on all of them, but the merch in this space would be a really cool rate my bags. So I'm looking forward to a rate my merch edition here.
Yeah. Somebody over the last year and a half has just been draining my ETH, wasting it on a bunch of shit coins and meme coins. I don't know who it is. If anybody can help me identify the responsible party, I'd really appreciate that.
Is he not in the mirror? Have you been
man in the mirror?
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Who's completing the drip with those? Yeah, good question. Let us know if you're completing the drip with these Fewo Adidas. Well, Admit One, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and Inhabitants Pixel Vault have been long-term partners of Adidas.
I agree on all of that. What I was saying was those communities have people with money in them, is what I'm trying to say. So if they can't fill it out within their own community, having BAYC, Pixel Vault, Rug Radio, I think they'll find the last 500 or 1,000 people, maybe. But I might be wrong.
How much did y'all pay for your Squiggle jerseys?
Well, no, I didn't actually pay for my Squiggle jersey. It was dropped to me because I own the NFT.
Mm-hmm.
Which are, I don't know if you've seen the Wagme United. Do we want to look at this? Because I don't know if y'all
let's
want
go.
to see this.
Let's go look at it. Max Payne. This episode is brought to you by Max Payne.
Wagme United has to be down the most that up 30% on the day.
What happened?
Which is nothing. I I think WAGMI United has to be down like one of the worst.
Marty
NFT
McFly is
purchases.
clearly catching up. He goes, "Did you compare that shit to CryptoPunks?"
Yes, there it is. He found it. Okay, I believe the mint price for these were 0.3. We are sitting at 0.03.
Mhm.
That
Yeah,
is
that's the trend. Everything's down by 90%.
But the
Almost
jersey is
100%.
really high quality. I will say that.
that's true. Yeah, Rona was
Thanks,
wearing it
Adidas.
yesterday. Where's my scarf? All right, here we go. We're gonna get into another play here. Now, WAGMI United, seriously, before we hop on to this next story about Apple, I actually fuck with the narrative still to this day. I think it's like one of the cooler narratives in NFTs right now is them buying that soccer team and being able to say, hey, we'll take the funds from the NFT sale and put it into the club. And I still agree with that narrative. I'm glad they stayed up. I would love to have those guys on the channel again and talk with them more. So still big fans of WAGMI United. Hopefully they take that in stride as we bring them up here a lot. Anyways, Apple App Store says Damus has 2 weeks to cut Bitcoin tipping or get booted. So Damus App has a tipping function known as Zaps that lets users send Bitcoin to their favorite content creators via the Lightning Network. Apple says, no more of that. You have 2 weeks to remove that feature or get off the Apple Store. And I bring this up because we've seen some apps kind of go into this and say, Axie Infinity, oh, we got approved, all this stuff. The whole Apple VR headset, like simp to me, like there's a lot of this we still need to work out with Apple VR, like down to its core. Whether they're going to be supportive of Web3 or not, I'm still not certain of it. I think they've shown through actions like this that they're very much not in favor. And so it still kind of keeps me on the sidelines when it comes to thinking Apple is going to be this mover or shaker for Web3. So
I'm sure they'd love to be able to participate in Web3 as long as they can enforce some kind of royalty cut that you cannot circumvent. That's all. The minute they can figure that out, they'll open their arms to Web3. But there's no way that they're going to allow anybody to just make money without paying them their fair, pound of flesh. That's how Apple operates.
That's how our government operates. Can't have the crypto bros making money out of thin air unless they're getting a cut. Then I
No
guess
dinks or dunks allowed.
So
yeah, well, this is where the whole metaverse thing gets really convoluted and confusing, and why again I don't like the word metaverse, because that's the reason why everybody's simping for Apple. Besides the fact that their products are usually just great quality and it shows you a future for like where this technology can go and its capabilities, is that everybody's like, oh, it's shows you what the metaverse can be, and that's again, it's just the term metaverse is confusing. What it does show you is like, yeah, what is the potential for virtual reality and augmented reality and virtual worlds, and what our digital landscape or digital identities could look like in the not too distant future. That's what it does. It paints a future, it paints a vision, or shows you the future of what this tech can enable us to do. But yeah, to your point, like, does that mean that they're necessarily going to be pro crypto or pro Web3 or integrate with blockchain tech? Not necessarily.
yeah, just have such like an inbred like vision of the metaverse being ownable, right? Like from the first time that I thought about the metaverse, I think I wanted to own the things in that environment. So it's yeah, we'll see how Apple plays in that situation. This is an ongoing story that I haven't been following, but has been making the rounds. Reddit, I guess subreddits are going dark. Reddit crashed because of the growing subreddit blackout on the first day of a site-wide protest at Reddit's planned API changes. The website experienced a major outage. So there's like a major thing happening with different subreddit communities on that platform. We don't frequent Reddit that often. Obviously, we're on Twitter, most of the time. But have you guys seen anything about this Reddit piece?
So I didn't see exactly what was happening, but I did catch Beeple's every day. So yesterday, Beeple did a Reddit piece, so I knew that something was happening, but yeah, I didn't get what it was. So yeah, maybe we can dig a little bit further into it. But it sounds like from what you're saying that they're proposing some kind of API updates that were unpopular and the community's like revolting.
This is actually one of the first not suitable for work photos people's done in a long time.
So you mean just SFW?
Yeah, just safe for work. This is SFW content, folks. Yeah, I mean, again,
I don't know. They're naked. They are naked. So.
That's true. They need to put some clothes on. Reddit went through some issues for Mini on Monday with the outage happenings. A significant number of subreddits shifting to private caused some expected stability issues, and we've been working on resolving the anticipated issue. That's unfortunate. I've always looked at Reddit like open information, a really good source for these subreddit communities to have like a lot of threads and information. But to be honest, I haven't been on it frequently in a long time. So,
yeah, me neither.
Yeah, screw Reddit.
They're going to come for you, just like Marty McFly coming for me for comparing pixel art to pixel art.
Marty has to watch these episodes on like 5 times speed. I don't even know how because he talks about everything all at once. All right, I'm flying through this now. We got upcoming mints, June 15th. I have no idea what's going to be on this list, so please don't flame me. 3AC, Sotheby's Grails, Part 2, June 15th. Are we in store for that?
Nice, man.
Kind of leaning on, yeah. All right, The Working Dead, Lost Toys. Again, this is just, I kind of wanted to just see what the active mints were. Gutter Cat Gang, Puma, so the Gutter Mellows are going to be their art blocks on June 26th. Does any of this move the meter for you guys?
What's the art blocks? Invisibles. I mean, I'm always interested to see what art blocks is dropping. Who's the artist?
Ismaelio.
I'm not familiar.
No, me neither. Sounds Portuguese or Brazilian. No, I think right now, at least for me, it's just like I have a very short list of projects or artists that I'm tracking, and I'm in no hurry to buy whatsoever. Like if so, I would need to see just extreme blood and despair, which to me has not even come yet. I think we are 100% susceptible to just anything right now, whether it's a deep fake or any type of headline. It doesn't even have to be directly crypto related. They can crash prices even further, right? So until we see like proper reversals, which I think we are not going to see until next year, to me, it's just I'll focus on the communities and the very few handful of artists that I feel like already have like a solid hold in this space.
There's probably a very smart way to be acting right now, and I generally agree with that. I'll also say like the challenge that I have taking those types of promoted drops seriously, other than something like an art blocks that just gets picked up, by those, usually the projects that are getting heavy promotion are not the ones that I ever want to get into. It's usually the like community driven sort of like random ones or the really creative artist things that just like kind of pop up out of nowhere that gain that traction organically. Those are the ones that I'm usually like, oh shit, this is cool. This is interesting. Like I want to be part of this community that's super vibrant and dope. It's not just manufactured and marketing. And usually those projects are really expensive, overpriced. They're just trying to get a bunch of money and exit liquidity. And then they don't have much follow-up or follow-through. So yeah, it's just a challenge to me to ever look at these like promoted articles and promoted drops and think like, oh, that's going to be the thing that I need. Because I know too much about media, like I'm too media literate to know how I know how the game works. How they're just they're trying to market you into thinking that there's some big interesting thing.
Yeah, I think that all of that was a fantastic take, and I think to add on, it's just having those projects be in that publication probably signals to you that the team doesn't have their finger on the pulse or knows the game essentially, like because nobody that really knows the game I think would like potentially go that route.
Well, I don't know that like yes and no, because I do think some smart people do both. But either way, for me, that wouldn't be my entry, right? If you were a project and you were doing the sort of like traditional PR marketing stuff, but then you're also doing really awesome creative community engagement, gamification, and things like that catch my eye, like that's going to be the thing that sucks me into it either way.
To be fair, we don't know if those companies paid for that promotion. It could be like some
I'm sure Art Blocks probably didn't.
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah, like Gutter Cats probably didn't.
Gutter Cats probably didn't. Like, yeah, some of them don't, right? Yeah. But again, it's like a lot of those big flashy ones are usually paying. It's pay a lot of let's be fucking honest. If you don't know this, the majority of all the Web3 publications out there and media is all pay to play. Like NFT Now, like, yeah, maybe they covered Pepe after the fact because that just got a ton of traction. But most of the shit that like NFT Now is talking about and covering is all pay to play. Those are all paid sponsors and partners. And that's how the majority of these companies are existing, is just whoever's willing to pay us to cover what they're doing, we're going to do that. And that's what sets us apart, frankly. If you didn't know, that's why we are here.
And I mean, you can even bring up NFT Now's own token, right? Or NFT that they tried to launch a little while back, which was a massive failure, right? And they whitelisted the living crap out of everybody. Yeah, it was. It did not make.
We should follow up on that.
Means. There was an NFT Now token.
Yeah, we should follow up on that.
Okay, so like they tried to launch this thing, and I remember there were a whole bunch of pre-mints. Like every freaking community that I could fucking be a part of was getting pre-mint links, and I don't know. I got like a ton of them. Obviously, I watched the activity on chain, and it was dismal. It was really, really bad, and to the point that. I mean, I think like I don't know if they cut supply before the mint started, and then I think they cut it even further once the mint commenced because it did so poorly, right? And this is, I mean, a publication that is read very widely by a lot of people and that is active in many communities. And I mean, I don't think it's a bad product or project. I think timing had a thing to do with it. But again, to your point, Gif, I think it was also. I don't know. It was promoted in such a way, I think, that in the end, it did not have the reception that, let's say, other more organic approaches have had.
Yeah. I like. Go ahead. Finish it.
No, that's it. I'm done. That was the problem.
Yeah, I think the top down has been a word that's been thrown out. I think GIF uses that, and I think a couple of us have used that here in the past. But like NFT Now feels top down. Like to where you're talking about it being organic.
It always,
from the bottom up. That's what you need.
NFT Now has always been top down, and we are the exact opposite. We are bottom up. We are community driven from day one in every way, and that's the difference between us. But they obviously have a lot more support in what they do, and they cover all the biggest celebrities and all that type of shit. But I do remember when they launched their token, we did cover it. We were paying attention. And then, they kind of like didn't really follow up on it, which is usually a sign that it didn't go as well as they'd hoped, right? There wasn't any like big, like usually, bad. Well, usually when like a big project that you've spent a bunch of time marketing and hyping up, like when it sells out, you usually go and you promote like, yo, we sold out or something. And there was like none of that. There wasn't any like fanfare or anything after the mint. And that's how I was kind of like, I don't think this did as well as they'd hoped. But I think also it was very expensive at the time. Like, wasn't it like 0.25 or 0.3?
Yeah, again, look at their floor price right now. It's horrible. There was no like earnest, I think, like, outreach towards the community and like really building it, right? Like the whole Discord, I recall, because I went into it, was very much about like, especially after mint. Oh my God, like the people that did mint, they were pissed, right? Like it's like buy, sweep the floor, do fucking something, devs or whatever. Like again, like it was just a very cookie cutter approach to launching something, right?
Let's pull them up. I just shared it in the chat. Let's look at it.
It fell on its face, and mark my words, I think, for example, something like this Adidas launch that is going to happen soon, in spite of the fact that they have Fewocious on that, it just does not feel like again, like you said, Q, to put it simply, it's top down. It does not feel like it's been organically grown, and they're just trying to onboard and pull in Fewocious fan base into this, and with the pretext that there's going to be some kind of metaverse on it. I don't know. Maybe I'll end up putting my foot in my mouth, or as we say here, shrimping my mouth, or whatever. That's disgusting. But I doubt it.
Shrimping your own mouth.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I did not like the sound of that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who the artist is that they hired to do these, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, let's go back to Dank.
You'll take Danks over these, Q?
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna kid. What's the timeline on Dank? I don't know. What am I buying it for? Am I buying it to access the community? Am I buying it to hold it? And I don't know. What am I doing?
This one at least has some promises about future minting opportunities and collaborations and whatnot. Yeah. So there is that.
And I might actually be interested in buying one of these for that reason, because also I know that they do legit events at a bunch of okay. I mean, they got some cool animation. That's dope. I don't.
If it goes down to like 0.03, maybe I'll consider it.
I think cookie cutter is definitely the right word, Biggie, on this one.
Yeah.
All right. I got 3 more. I'm gonna fly through this. This is like actually quick. We're gonna move from this to Blanco's block party. The only reason I bring this up, it looks like there's and this is good, obviously, for Blancos, right? They're partnering with Amazon Prime, I believe, again. I think they've done this once before, but Prime members entering Blanco's block party from June 9th to January 4th can take possession of a limited edition NFT bundle. My big question on this is, where the hell is the Prime NFT marketplace that we were all told about that would happen this month? Do we have any update on the Amazon?
Yeah, I guess they moved it to this month, huh?
Yeah, it was June.
Well, then they moved it back to July, so it might be July. They've kept pushing. I think they've been working on this for a while and keep pushing it back because it's a big deal and the market sucks, and they're probably smart enough to know.
I agree with that. Yeah, that's the right take, right? Is like, why launch into a market like this when the volumes are at all-time lows? Like,
well, and also all of the headlines right now is like, what's happening with the SEC, and like the market just keeps dumping and getting worse right now.
Yeah, not the ideal. I think they're right in delaying. I just would like some clarity there. So I honestly, even a tweet, I would like to find that says, hey, we're moving this back to September.
Hey, Amazon, if you could, every other day, just remind us that the market's trash. We'd really appreciate you.
That's a little bullshit there. So there's clearly a bunch of people asking the same exact question we are here. There could be at least a fucking website that leads us to say coming
What
soon.
If the whole thing was a fucking psyop? What if the whole thing never existed and Amazon's literally just been working with the SEC to try and get us to fucking fumble our bags, and then they're just gonna rug us? Is my tinfoil hat?
I don't know where you're. Yeah, no idea what conversation you're having with yourself is. Just imagine the sheer scale. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Okay, so. There seems to be nothing about a delay or anything like that. I can do a little bit more digging. If anybody else out there wants to do some digging while we're live before we press end stream, that would be awesome if we can get an update there. All right, the next piece. This is call it timing, bad timing. Don't do this. I guess it's already done. But Kraken NFT Marketplace takes flight. Following official launch. Turn it around. Put it back on the ground. You haven't gone too far. Put it back on the ground. Looks like it's a beta. Kraken NFTs is your gateway for buying, selling, and learning about NFTs. Is this a bad idea or a good idea? Where are you guys leaning?
I'd like to hear more about like their differentiation strategies, like, and maybe like who's part of the team? Is it like two devs and like one marketer, or like
Does
do
any
they
of that
actually
matter?
like how serious
Truly.
are they taking it? You know,
I'm asking this not facetiously. Does any of that matter in a
It
market like this?
does.
a little bit, but yeah, it's not the best moment for any of these things, right?
I think it's a fair question because obviously, like, the market is going to weigh on anything that you do. However, Blur did launch into a bear market also. Like, yes, it's probably gotten worse since then, but they at least came out like guns blazing with a really unique product offering that differentiated and also had community
Ponzinomics.
incentives. Yeah, really strong community incentives. So I do think it can make a big difference if you've got the right team and the right development behind it and like launching it with like a whole go-to-market strategy that makes sense and actually gets the community interested. This to me though, I don't see any of that. I just see another open sea. All right. It's just
Their
another.
Coinbase NFT marketplace.
Yeah.
Is there a Kraken NFT? They have these like
Oh,
they have these
look at that.
Kraken.
Of
NFT
course, there's going to be
features.
their own NFT. You can't launch a marketplace without having your own NFT. Haven't we? Like, even OpenSea has their own NFT now. Magic Eden has one.
All right, it's in beta. Hold on. Kraken. Yeah, we'll save this for tomorrow.
I thought.
Well,
we
let's
only
jump into Kraken NFT. What's up?
I thought we covered alpha only here. No beta shit.
Yeah, all the alpha found. Let's get back to Dinks, folks. Why aren't we talking about Dinks right now?
They're pumping.
All right, talking about alpha. Gifted, do I have a surprise for you? Guy Fieri is launching a loyalty program for Tequila.
Let's fucking go. And Sammy Hagar.
Yes, I was gonna say Sammy Hagar before fucking Guy Fieri, but is it like some Cabo tequila again?
Santos
Oh, and it's on the
Spirits.
Near protocol.
I'm telling you, boys, alpha dripping out of this one.
Look,
Literally.
all I need to know is, does the tequila membership take me to Flavor Town? Does it guarantee me a one-way trip to Flavor Town, USA? If so, Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar, you've got my vote. I'm on board this crazy train.
The Santos Spirits Club launches today with fans awarded a mystery NFT upon signing up. Oh, dude, was that the surprise drop? Okay. That's a check. I'll give them something for that if that was a surprise. Here we go. The first 1,000 customers will also receive a second mystery NFT for being among the first to join. Okay, easy on the drops here. The NFT's utility will be revealed upon launch of Santos Spirits' new Anejo Tequila in the coming weeks. The tokens will be split across 3 tiers: general, limited, and rare, with a variety of benefits. Anybody, is this moving it? Is this moving the needle here?
No.
Arriba, abajo,
Yes,
adentro,
don't.
adentro. It reminds me of something that we were talking to Jax Hideaway about doing. And I do think that there is, again, when you're talking about Phygital, you're talking about clubs, you're talking about memberships and perks. I do think that like this could be interesting for the right person. I'm not gonna like completely shit on it, although you can see
it's come on now, like this, please.
Yikes.
Like this is like already like
Yikes.
it's an overblown fucking. Is it even a business model anymore? Like, I mean, come on. Like, I understand what's his name, the guy that did Patron way back in the day. Shit, I'll take Casamigos with fucking Clooney, right? And there's been a couple of people that have done it with Mezcal, but it's such a fucking pain in the ass to see like foreigners come over to my country and look for the cheapest, shittiest fucking tequila white label producers, slap a goddamn Spanish name on it, and think that they're like fucking tequila sommeliers now. It fucking enrages me. Like, you have no idea. You couldn't fucking tell the difference between a good tequila and a bad one, because good tequila is actually sold in plastic fucking bottles on the side of the road. Like it's not sold on fucking like regular places like this shit. It annoys the shit out of me so much. And now it's like an NFT. What the fuck?
Rage meter is high here on NFT Live. Lemon GF saying, I can't wait to have a free NFT to remember that night I got blasted. Hey, if you buy this NFT, if you get this free, I don't even, is it free? Apparently it's mystery NFTs that are free. I don't even understand the business model here. Virtual tequila tastings. Wow. Okay, I'll pull this off before Biggie freaks out more.
Thank you, man. It's really crazy, dude. They're like, tell me, like, how many celebrities have come down? Oh, The Rock with his fucking other one, I forget what it's called.
Dude, apparently he's making
like
a killing.
Expensive. Of course, he's fucking
Both
making
and
a killing.
Aviator, Ryan Reynolds, all those celebrity fucking alcohols are making a shit ton of money.
Exactly, and that's why every one of these little cunts is like jumping on the bandwagon now. Ooh, there's an NFT to go with it too. Extra special.
Make an NFT of this photo and send it to Biggie Poppins' wallet.
Wow, dude, just look at those goatees. Look at that fucking Guy Fieri goatee. Jesus Christ. Look at how desperately he wants to have a chin.
They don't even drink that tequila.
That's amazing. Look at them just hanging out. Biggie has a
worm in his tequila.
This is just what they look like on an average Tuesday, just hanging out together, drinking their tequila.
Rattlesnake
into tequila?
No, I don't drink tequila. I drink Tequila, man. Wait until the Tequila meta comes around. Like that's when you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck?
That's alpha. I'm not familiar.
I mean, look,
cornmeal with rattlesnake venom in it. It's crazy.
Van Halen had some bops. All right, you know they used to slap. Let's not forget Van Halen. was amazing 40 years ago.
All right, I think we're getting a lot of hate for the tequila here in chat as well. So Biggie's going to be happy about that one.
Squashman saying that these photos look like you and IQ. And I mean, don't forget Biggie. Biggie absolutely is there somewhere. Maybe he's already under the table because we outdrank him. Maybe Biggie can't hang with our tequila drinking.
I highly doubt that. Marty McFly is saying the tequila is better than the Danks, though. Let's see. You guys are hitting the chat here all episode long. We appreciate you guys. I'm done. I'm all linked out. I don't know if you guys want me to pull up anything else. If you want to see,
Marty's saying only trust Mel Gibson. I have no idea where that's coming from. I'm just gonna enjoy.
Yeah, probably interesting to know.
I'm gonna just enjoy some of these amazing comments. Y'all are killing it. Lemon GF saying I can virtually taste it now. You and me both. Tastes good, man. Biggie's taking the photos. Biggie's there. Biggie's there.
So Polygon got delisted from eToro today and is up 1%. It's amazing to see the resilience, man. Also, Polygon's one of these that is like Ether. You're gonna look like a genius here. This is not financial advice, obviously, but god damn it, in 2 years you're gonna look like a goddamn genius. I truly believe that.
Let's hope all of us do. And whoever's been tampering with my bags and keeps leaking my ETH into shit coins, if you could please stop.
So wait, he buys them and then you talk about them on NFT Live?
Wow. It's not financial advice. Nothing we do here is financial advice. Always remember that.
It's an interesting relationship you've got there with your hacker.
I know.
All right. All right, folks. I was Nifty Q, and I still am, but I was Nifty Q on this episode. So I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow. We do have a Wild Wild Web episode that I'm going to release right after we end this stream. Give me about 30 minutes to make sure everything's clean, and that will be coming out. That was with Harry Liu at Forge Research. So let me give one quick shout out to Harry before we leave. Great talks on the Asian market, utilizing IP. He obviously covers Yuga Labs in full, so not just the other side, but he's again, like this is his major thread. The first one that pops up, he's covering the Yuga Labs IP ecosystem. So great talks with him. You should check that out. I will leave a link to Wild Wild Web Pod here in chat. But thank you again, our Vibe, our tribe. Biggie, let's have you go first, and then Giff, you can take us out of here.
It just feels good to be back, having fun, talking Web3, Danks, Dinks, stupid fucking tequila celebs still trying to fucking milk us for more money than they already have. But it's great to see the chat full of like known and familiar faces partaking in everything. Thank you. It's awesome. See you soon.
Heck yeah. Smash the like for Biggie's haircut. It looks absolutely amazing. We couldn't have done the show without Biggie and his barber. So looking glorious. And if that's not worth a like, I don't know what it is. But in all honesty, it really helps. And we appreciate all y'all for hanging out with us on this crazy, crazy Tuesday and a crazy week. Our Vibe, our tribe. We'll see you tomorrow.